Let's go. 1, 2. Damn, man.
Hey, I slapped Steven so hard.
Yeah, that looked real.
They here to test me for steroids.
In a jaw-dropping moment from camp, Crawford showcased his terrifying power, flooring a sparring partner in one clean shot. At the same time, he couldn't resist trolling Canelo amid the ongoing VADA testing scandal that's rocked the boxing community. Terence Crawford couldn't help but laugh as he looked into the camera, sharing how he slapped close friend and super middleweight Steven Nelson so hard. The footage of their power slap trial run quickly made the rounds online, drawing plenty of attention. Crawford, always one to add a bit of flair, joked that after his slap left Nelson floored, VADA were ready to test him for steroids.
Let's go. 1, 2. Damn, man.
As if the moment needed more intrigue, Crawford's camera also caught a glimpse of someone nearby dressed in medical scrubs, suggesting there might have been some truth behind his playful remark.
Hey, I slapped Steven so hard.
Yeah, that looked real.
They here to test me for steroids.
Meanwhile, snackhead Victor Conte took to social media with a detailed post, revealing insights about the VADA testing process that both Crawford and Canelo Alvarez are currently undergoing. He stated, both Terence Crawford and Canelo were enrolled in the VADA testing program on June 10th, 2025. Both fighters will be randomly tested for 12 weeks before their fight on September 13th, 2025. Terence was tested on June 13th, 2025. I assume that Canelo has likely already been tested too. Stringent random testing for 12 weeks will help to assure that both fighters will be on a level playing field when they enter the ring on September 13th, 2025. Adding to the conversation, Blue Blood Sports TV weighed in, noting that VADA has been regularly showing up to test Terence Crawford. He highlighted how Crawford proudly showcased the visits, emphasizing his commitment to being a clean athlete with nothing to hide as he prepares for the challenges ahead.
So VADA is already showing up to test Terence Crawford, and today is June 14th. Okay, today is June 14th, and they already testing Terence Crawford for September. Now, Terence Crawford proudly shows that VADA's there testing him because he's clean. He's a clean athlete, right? He don't have anything to hide.
Continuing that theme, Blue Blood pointed out that plenty of critics have tried to cast doubt on Terence Crawford, throwing around accusations that he might be on something. He referenced past moments, like claims of Crawford trying to rip gloves or snagging during fights, but stressed that Crawford remains part of the clean boxing program. In Blue Blood's view, these tests and Crawford's transparency are the perfect way to silence the doubters and combat those narratives.
You get a lot of people that speculate and try to say that Terence Crawford is on something. Terence Crawford ripped gloves. Terence Crawford was snagged. But Terence Crawford is the clean boxing program. And to combat that, they're going to just tell you that, well, Victor Conte and VADA has a close relationship. People don't even realize that VADA is just the middleman. They deliver the goods from one destination to the other. They're not the actual lab.
Not missing an opportunity to stir the pot further, Blue Blood didn't miss the chance to take a swipe at Canelo Alvarez, questioning why Canelo doesn't showcase when VADA arrives to test him. He contrasted Canelo's approach with Crawford's openness, implying that transparency speaks volumes in moments like these.
The question is, how come Canelo Alvarez never shows that he's being tested? Why doesn't he ever show that VADA is showing up to test him? He's the one that tested positive for performance enhancers clenbuterol. And on top of that, Canelo Alvarez, well-renowned two-time Trainer of the Year, future Hall of Famer, Eddie Reynoso, has had 6 fighters now. 6. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. But 6 fighters test positive for performance enhancers. The facts remain is that you had a fight and you tested positive for performance enhancers, period. And so it's an actual thing that people are concerned with, right? And they on the lookout for. So how come he never feels the need to want to prove himself? Never ever, right?
Echoing that criticism, Oscar De La Hoya didn't hold back, taking a jab at Canelo Alvarez while pointing out that 6 of Eddie Reynoso's fighters have tested positive for PEDs and steroid use without much outcry. De La Hoya hinted that someone, likely Canelo, might be influencing the media narrative to keep things quiet. He questioned whether fans and analysts are really expected to believe that everyone on Reynoso's team just happened to eat tainted meat, the same excuse Canelo once used for his positive test.
Well, I actually did some digging and confirmed many members of the boxing media have been paid off by certain people and essentially muzzled. I mean, these are the facts. For example, 6 of Eddie Reynoso's fighters have tested positive for PEDs. The latest being Jaime Munguia 2 weeks ago. 6 fighters and nobody is questioning this? This doesn't seem suspicious or out of the ordinary to you? We just accept the explanation that everyone is eating tainted meat?
Despite the mounting chatter, Canelo Alvarez paid no mind to the digs or accusations, choosing not to respond to the chatter. Instead, he kept his focus sharp, staying locked in on his preparation and pushing through intense training sessions as he gears up for the highly anticipated showdown against Crawford.
Venga. 5, venga. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eso. Enjoy.
That single-minded focus has been on display as Alvarez remains laser-focused on Crawford, letting his work in the gym do all the talking. With his head down and locked in, Canelo has been sharpening his skills, grinding through boxing drills as he prepares to make his statement in the ring. However, Crawford has matched that intensity every step of the way. Footage of him has been making the rounds, showing him locked in as he sharpens his tools. From shadow boxing to working the bags and running through a variety of drills, Crawford looks all business as he prepares for the massive clash with Canelo.
Today I get some rounds with the GOAT. One of the GOATs. You know what I mean? 2 GOATs. Iron sharpening iron.
Adding a twist to the back and forth, a clip of Canelo Alvarez recently went viral. The message in the clip came off as a subtle dig at Terence Crawford, with Canelo implying that a fight with the undefeated American would be nothing more than a straightforward payday. While the fighters go back and forth in their ways, respected voices in the sport have offered their insights. Joe Rogan took a moment to praise Terence Crawford's fighting style, highlighting the sheer mastery Crawford brings into the ring. He pointed out how Crawford's deep understanding of boxing sets him apart, always knowing where to position himself and anticipating what's coming next.
Like, you think he's going to start southpaw, he starts orthodox. You prepare for orthodox, he's fighting southpaw. He feels like he's got you timed better orthodox, he'll switch it up. You know,
super accurate.
Oh,
like,
just knows so much about boxing, about where to be and what's coming, and
he's a strategist that's also entertaining.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
He's an artist.
Like, remember like a young B-Hop.
Yes.
It was like
Yeah.
just so sharp and made it look
Yeah.
almost entertaining. You know what I mean?
Roy Jones in his prime. It was art. You were watching art. He's piecing up people. It was an art.
Echoing that respect, Sugar Ray Leonard highlighted that when two elite fighters meet at the highest level, the outcome often hinges on more than just skill or strategy. In his view, it's the hunger, the spirit, heart, and unshakable will to win that ultimately separates the victor from the defeated. For Leonard, in a clash of this magnitude, whoever carries the deeper desire is the one most likely to walk away with the win.
Whoever wants to win will win. You know what I mean? I'm not being funny. Whoever wants to win will win.
The will overcomes everything. That's how you do it. I appreciate you. Great seeing you so much, and keep doing the good work.
You know what? There's always a way. Put it that there's always a way. There's always a way to win.
Adding a tactical layer to the discussion, Abel Sanchez shared his thoughts on the matchup, praising Terence Crawford as a brilliant fighter, but also giving Canelo Alvarez his due. Sanchez pointed out that both men have high-level fight IQ, though he emphasized that Crawford can't afford to take clean shots in this one. He highlighted Canelo's size advantage, noting that Canelo has grown into a bigger man after facing the likes of Bivol and other massive opponents at higher weights. In contrast, Sanchez reminded that Crawford had his struggles when clipped by a 154-pounder, underscoring the danger he faces stepping up against Canelo.
I think that, in my opinion, their IQ is similar, except Canelo doesn't get hit like Crawford gets hit. In my opinion, Canelo's a bigger man. Not that he started out as a bigger man, but he's now a bigger man. He has been hit by not only Gennady, who's one of the biggest punchers that I've ever seen, but he's also been hit by Bivol, by Kovalev, who's a big puncher. You know, he's been hit by big guys. Crawford had a hard time with a 154-pounder who hit him often. So I think that no matter how much weight he puts on, no matter how smart he thinks he is or how big he thinks he is, he's going to be getting hit by a truck. And he's not used to that. He's got excellent defense. Unfortunately, his feet don't move as well as I would like for him to move them, but his upper body is just unbelievable.
Ultimately, Sanchez leaned toward Canelo Alvarez, backing him to either secure a stoppage or cruise to a wide decision victory by the end. In Sanchez's view, the combination of Canelo's size, experience at higher weights, and power would likely prove too much for Crawford over the stretch.
He's got great hands, he parries very well, and he lands big shots. He may not land as many, but he lands big shots that hurt. So I think Canelo stops him or wide decision at the end, and corner must think about Crawford's safety and health.
Adding a cautionary note, Kell Brook, who's felt Crawford's power firsthand, offered a warning as Crawford prepares to take on Canelo. Reflecting on his jump in weight to face Triple G, Brook underscored the dangers of moving up against elite-level opposition. He stressed that stepping outside your natural division turns the fight into a whole new ball game, where the risks and challenges rise dramatically.
Crawford's gonna have to, move up, and I knew when I boxed Golovkin, there's a big difference, especially with someone that, fighting a middleweight, a mediocre world champion's okay. But when you're fighting someone like, Canelo or Golovkin, it's a different kettle of fish,
Despite his warning, Kell acknowledged the elite skill both fighters bring to the table, and he expressed excitement for what promises to be a thrilling showdown. Still, factoring in the weight dynamics and experience at the higher division, Brook leaned slightly in favor of Canelo to come out on top in this high-stakes clash.
It's a wow fight, It's two supreme athletes fighting against each other, but you've got to sway towards Canelo. I have to lean towards Canelo, but Crawford's very good. But like I say, it's one of them what we've got to tune into and watch. Both unbelievable fighters.
In addition, Kyrone Davis, who has shared the gym with both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, offered an insider's perspective on their looming battle. Davis emphasized that working alongside fighters of their elite caliber forces you to level up your own game, a testament to just how sharp both men are. However, he pointed out that Crawford will have the added challenge of adjusting to the super middleweight division.
Anytime you spar with elite level guys, you learn something from them, and you gain experience. I've been in the ring with Canelo Alvarez, as you said. I've been in the ring with Landy Laura. I've been in the ring with Triple G. I've been in the ring with Adrian Broner, I've been in the ring with. Daniel Jacobs, I've been in the ring with. Caleb Plant and Julian Williams, and I've been in the ring with almost everybody in the game that's been somebody. Canelo experience, but then you got Crawford, got great experience as well. It's gonna be a great fight, it's gonna be a good chess match. I expect a great fight. If I had to favor somebody, I would just pick Canelo because of the weight disparity. Canelo is naturally like sits really well at 168, and it's just always tough for a guy to come to 168 and come from that many weight classes up and do something like that. If he does it, if anybody could do it, it'll be Terence Crawford.
Meanwhile, Mikey Garcia chimed in with a stark warning about the dangers Terence Crawford faces against Canelo Alvarez. Garcia highlighted Canelo's fight-ending power, stressing that one clean shot could cause serious damage, potentially even injuring Crawford's eye or leading to something as severe as a detached retina. In Garcia's eyes, while the threat is real, fans shouldn't be surprised if Crawford finds a way to secure a decision victory on the scorecards.
Canelo can hurt him, it could be life-changing.
Sure, he's not big, fool. One punch could fucking knock him out bad enough to hurt his eye socket or detached retina. You never fucking know.
Right.
So no one wants.
Crawford said if he beats him, he's in the top 3 GOATs of all time.
Oh, for sure. If Crawford beats Canelo, then for sure, more props in the world, bro. And he actually does have a chance. It's not like he doesn't have a chance. Don't be too surprised if he pulls off in the decision.
Providing another perspective, Andre Ward shared his reflections on Terence Crawford, highlighting that while Crawford's skill set is undeniable, it's his mindset and the heart of a lion that truly set him apart. Ward pointed out that Crawford's full potential remains a mystery, not just to fans and analysts, but even to Crawford himself, as he continues to rise to every challenge placed before him.
Really hurt that dude to turn him away and to try to stop him from doing what he want to do. So skillful, yes, but this and this,
no.
It's different, man. There's not a lot of guys like that out there currently. There's a lot of guys that talk it, but until you get in that real fire, I'm not saying you fighting a guy you should beat. I'm saying a guy that it's a 50-50 matchup. We don't really know what you have. You don't even really know what you have.
Beyond the fighters themselves, the event promises to elevate the sport as a whole. Committed to spotlighting future stars, Turki Alalshikh revealed that the undercard for the Canelo vs. Crawford showdown will feature rising talent, giving fans a chance to witness the next generation of boxing greatness.
And this is very good opportunity for the talent in boxing. We will make the undercard, all the undercard, about talent, because we have the biggest fight. We don't need big fight in the undercard. For that, we will give the chance for the talent. If you think you are ready to be in the undercard of Canelo Crawford, come talk with us. And maybe you will have chance. Thank you, and see you in Vegas the 13th of September.
Among those eager for the spotlight, Australian rising talent Tara Moana Samson threw his name into the mix, expressing his eagerness to land a spot on the undercard of the blockbuster Canelo vs. Crawford showdown. Confident in his abilities, Samson declared that if Turki Alalshikh is looking for talent to help stack the card, he doesn't need to look any further.
No, they talked about it, right?
Surely.
No doubt. Speak it, manifest it, speak it to existence. Thank you.
They say they want talent, and I'm pretty sure tonight's very quick.
Oh yeah, if they're looking for talent, I don't think they got to look any further. But Tara Moana, learn the name, get used to it.
And while Crawford turns each testing visit into a statement of transparency, Canelo's reluctance to showcase his own VADA testing has sparked whispers and raised eyebrows. If you're fired up for this clash of titans, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for all the latest updates, and drop a comment. Do you think Canelo's silence on VADA testing matters, or is he just focused more on training than posting such stuff online? Let us know in the comments section below.